Hello and welcome to Easton News. This is Jack Ryan and today is Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022. The town intends on redeveloping Swifts Park into a memorial park honoring first responders and victims of the 1918 flu pandemic, as well as the 2020-2021 COVID-19 pandemic, as well as memorializing the district's industrial past, and is seeking the services of a design consultant and associated design, construction, and bid documents. Contact Stephanie Danielson, sdanielson@easton.ma.us for a copy of the request for proposal and associated documents. Proposals are due no later than 10:30 a.m. on November 30th, 2022. The Easton Water Division has installed a self-service water filling station to provide water with levels of PFAS6 below 90 nanograms per liter to those in sensitive subgroups. Those are pregnant or nursing women, infants, and people diagnosed by their healthcare provider to have a compromised immune system, as well as other concerned residents. The filtration station is located on the side of the Water Division building at 417 Bay Road. The station can fill water containers up to 5 gallons. The Are You OK free telephone calling service provides peace of mind for both the individual and their family. The program provides a reliable daily phone assurance and the security a person may need to maintain their independence. The program is designed for senior disabled persons and shut-ins living in Bristol County. The Bristol County Sheriff's Department will make a telephone call to an individual's home at approximately the same time each day. If no one answers, the Sheriff's Department will call back shortly. If no one answers a second time, the Police Department will be called immediately to check on the individual's status. Enroll at 508-944-8932 or toll free at 888-809-8932. Hunting season reminder. Deer hunting runs from October 3rd through December 31st, and fall turkey hunting runs from October 3rd through November 26th. Hunting seasons are underway. Hunting is allowed on Conservation Commission properties with all applicable licenses and in accordance with all laws. Please take all necessary precautions while enjoying the conservation property, such as wearing brightly colored hats and clothing if you are hiking, walking, or biking on conservation properties. Pets should also be leashed at all times in accordance with the town's leash law, Chapter 104-7. Hunting is allowed from half an hour before sunrise to half an hour after sunset. Hunting is not allowed on Sundays. For more information on hunting, visit the Mass Division of Fisheries and Wildlife website at www.mass.gov/hunting-regulations. Easton Community Access Television is holding a live chat with Santa on December 10th from 3 to 4. Call into the ECAT studio and tell Santa what you want for Christmas. To register, email info@eastoncat.org. December 4th is the Easton Lions Club Holiday Festival. The day begins with the 2022 Boy Scout Troop 193 breakfast from 8:30 to 11 a.m. at Oaks Ames Memorial Hall. It is $8 for individuals and $35 for families. It features food from the Farmer's Daughter, music by Easton's Eddie Bishop, and Santa will be visiting. The next event in the Easton Lions Club Holiday Festival is the Reindeer Parade Costume Contest, where canines meet in holiday style. Participants must arrive at the NRT at 2 p.m. for a 2:30 sharp judging. The entry fee is 1 can of pet food that will be donated to the Animal Protection Center of Southeastern Massachusetts. For more information, contact Bob Kuna at eastonrealestate.com or call 508-238-8600 or 781-888-4434. The Easton Festival of Trees opens November 26th at 12 p.m. Families have enjoyed strolling through the forest of holiday cheer with over 75 themed Christmas trees at the Easton Festival of Trees, now in its 12th year. November 26th at 3:30 p.m., the Easton Festival of Trees is bringing back the Holiday Hayride Sing-Along. You and your family can climb on board and sing all of your holiday favorite songs with the talented Grogan family. A motorized hayride takes you down a magical winding path to a decked-out holiday stand. Make s'mores and warm cocoa out of a fire pit. Head back on a hayride, you just might encounter one of your favorite holiday characters. Limited seats are available, so don't miss out on this fun-tastic trip. Book your tickets today. The Marketplace at Easton Festival of Trees is in 2 weeks. Sunday, November 27th, 2022, noon to 4 p.m. Sing along with the Victorian Carolers, shop for gifts or baked goods, or try a sample of the Shoveltown Brewery's latest creation. Complimentary gift wrapping and a raffle at 4 p.m. that day. November 26th, December 3rd, December 4th, and December 10th from 12 to 5 at the Easton Festival of Trees. Come enjoy the holiday music with the Victorian Carolers as they stroll through their beautiful trees and sing all the classic holiday songs for your enjoyment. Their performance is included with the price of admission to the Festival of Trees. December 9th, the Jubilate Carol will perform at the Easton Festival of Trees from 7 to 7:30 p.m. Jubilate Choral, Inc. is a renowned community choir base in Brockton, with singers from all around southeastern Massachusetts. The Generations Music Group will be performing at the Easton Festival of Trees December 10th. It has been 4 years since this musically talented family last performed at the Festival of Trees. Tom Rush will be performing at the Oaks Ames Memorial Hall on December 2nd. A limited number of VIP tickets are available to meet Tom Rush in a more intimate setting prior to the show. Enjoy complimentary appetizers, champagne, and reserved front row concert seating. Masks are required for the reception and will be provided. Tickets to the concert include complimentary food trays. A cash bar will be available. Check out oaksameshall.org for more information. Oaks Ames Memorial Hall President Fred Ames sat down with Tom and talked about his upcoming performance and career while in Plymouth. Let's take a look.
Well, it's gonna get hot tonight. The moon is shining bright.
Hello, this is Tom Rush. He will be playing at the Hall December 2nd, Friday. And I'm Fred Ames. I'm with the Oaks Ames Hall. And Tom, we're very much looking forward to you coming back to the Hall. This will be your third time.
I can't wait.
Yeah, and Andrea, I think she said the last time was about 7 years ago. And I know you came, I think, in the early 2000s, whatever they call it, you know.
Yeah.
And it was our first time doing it, and you were one of our first acts. And I remember afterwards you kind of took me aside, and your concern was, how is anybody going to get down that fire escape with all those tables there?
Right.
And you pointed out a few other things. So you were very instrumental, if you will, in our learning curve to put on these performances. So I just want to tell you, everything you've recommended has been done.
Good.
So this is going to be a fundraiser. We've been closed for 9 months, which we had some truss repairs that had to be done, and if they hadn't, the roof was going to fall in. So that has just been finished. So it's decided that you should be the opening act to commemorate.
I'm honored.
Oh yeah. Well, we're very glad. We're very glad. You know, you've sold out every time, and we're certain that will happen.
A sellout? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I've thought about that. Should I ask you? But well, I don't know who you sold out to. Tom Rush, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And I just want to let some people know about your career, and you started back in the early '60s. You knew at that point Joni Mitchell, Jackson Browne, and I think did you write a couple of songs for Joni Mitchell? Do I have that?
No.
Oh.
She wrote a couple that I was the first to record.
Oh, yeah, Circle.
Way back when.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm calling this 2022 my 60th year on stage because my first album came out in '62.
That's incredible. Yeah.
And I clearly had been playing for 1 or 2 days before my first album came out.
Right.
But that's when I start the clock. So
you're professional.
This is my 60th year on stage.
Well, that's incredible. And also, people who want to do a little Googling of Tom's song, there's a song that I always liked, and I think the last time you did it, I came up and spoke to you about it. It was really, you could hear a pin drop, in the room when you did it. And that was No Regrets. And I'm sure everybody says it's an incredibly poignant song, and I hope you'll be playing it on Friday.
I will make a plan to do that.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, and also the other thing about your concerts is you have such a nice patter in between. You're a great raconteur. And it's really nice. It gives a very good feeling to the concert, you know. And
One of the things I learned early on was that if people like you, they're much more apt to like the song you're about to play.
yes.
So I would, you know, and for me, the songs are stories.
Yeah.
So I would, you know, I'd start telling a story about the song. This is a song I'm about to do, and here's where it came from, and blah, blah. Or just totally unrelated stories. And it strikes me as odd, but I get requests now for the stories.
Oh, I've got one. You and Jackson Brown under the table, and you hadn't seen each other in months, and he asked you about a certain individual.
Oh, that one, yeah.
God, that was, and it's really typical. That's how it goes, right? So,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure you got many more, but I can say they're very good stories.
I'm going to tell folks, come see me at tomrush.com.
Yeah,
And there's actually, if you click on shows, there'll be a drop-down menu with all the upcoming shows, including the one we're talking about,
yeah.
and there'll be a link straight to the ticket page.
great. Yep. No, and we were all set up on our page too. Just, you know, go right in, buy your tickets. It's very, very easy to do. I want to say a word though about the Spire Center too. This place,
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with it, and you know, recommend that people come and check it out. I mean, I really like it.
It's a great room.
It's a little bigger than the hall. We're about 200 and something. They're like 250,
Including the balcony.
including the balcony. But I've looked around and they've had some. I would like to, you know, have Peter Wolf come to the hall sometimes.
Yeah.
But so anyway, what was the about your music? I mean, what was the first song you played, or the first song you learned, and why?
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
what type was it? Was it a pure folk? Was
That's
it?
going to go way back.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, there was an opera singer, a black opera singer named Paul Robeson,
Oh yeah.
baritone.
Yes.
And I just loved Paul Robeson.
He did Old Man River, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And among others. And
Sure.
for a little while, I wanted to be Paul Robeson, but my voice hadn't changed yet. So
I don't think you've gotten there yet.
I was
right?
still an
Yeah.
alto.
Okay.
I couldn't do baritone. And then Josh White, I encountered Josh White. I'd learned to play the guitar a little bit at this point, but I was playing mainly trying to learn the rock and roll songs, because this was the late 50s when
Okay.
Elvis and Fats Domino and the
Everly Brothers.
Everly Brothers and all those folks were huge. And so I was working on those songs, and on a trip across the country with my parents, I remember I was 16. I remember because they let me drive for the first 2,000 miles. And I finally realized I was being had.
The thrill wore off,
It
right?
was like, yeah. But we stopped in Wyoming, and the people that we were staying with had some Josh White recordings. And I was just knocked off my sock. It just knocked my socks off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'd never heard songs like that. I'd never heard a guitar played like that.
Okay.
So then I wanted to be Josh White, which also didn't work out all that well. But
Well, you know, I read an interview, you know, of you, and I mean, your style really was a mixture of those different genres, right? You took a little from each, and that really gave you your own distinct style.
yeah,
That's what's that?
I'm a very versatile thief.
Well, isn't that what music is? Everybody steals from everybody.
It was actually, I really got into it when I was a student at Harvard. And there was a folk scene going on that was just amazing.
Yes.
And one place in particular called the Club 47 that brought in the legends. And they would also host the young kids, myself included. But
Oh, really?
you
Okay.
could go and you could hear the Carter family.
Oh, you're kidding.
No,
Yeah.
Flat and Scruggs and Bill Monroe and a lot of the old blues guys. Most of my contemporaries in town were kind of musical specialists. There were people who did nothing but Woody Guthrie songs, and people who did nothing but Delta blues. And I was the generalist,
Yes.
because I would pick, I like that song over here, but I like this one over there, and I would
Put them together.
put them together in a show, and it helped keep me awake. And I think the audience
Keep you awake.
engaged, because the next song is not going to be like the one you just heard.
Yeah. So it's like New England weather. If you don't like it, just wait. It's going to change, right? Yeah. No, that is a good scene, and I think Club 47 is still open, and it's not.
No.
What's the one with the long tables, and everybody sits at long tables?
Well, I think the club you're thinking about is called Passim.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah.
Club Passim. but they are actually genetically unrelated.
Okay.
Club 47 closed and the room was dark for a couple of years. It was Dukakis campaign headquarters
Okay.
for a couple of minutes. And then Bob and Rayanne Donlin
Yeah.
came in and opened the Club Passim, and they would actually get very annoyed if people coming down the steps would say, "Is this the Club 47?" They'd say, "No,
Yeah. No, that was like,
Passim." And I'm sticky about that because I now own the name Club 47,
oh, really?
and I do concerts under that name.
Are you kidding?
Well,
I didn't know that.
I put together a couple of well-known artists,
Yeah.
or established artists, and a couple of newcomers
Mm-hmm.
that are musically compatible, and then I coerce them into playing with one another.
I
not,
think you're good at that. Yeah.
not just doing their own, their own set.
Sure.
And they're a lot of fun.
Easy to remember.
Matt Nakoa, check him out. Matt, Nakoa.
Yeah.
.com.
Yeah.
And he's a monster talent, and I've been blessed, but having him as my backup guy for about 8 years now.
Yeah. All right.
But he's got his own career going, and I'm not going to have him forever because he's going to be a superstar. And I'm hoping when he's playing stadiums, he lets me open the shows.
Well, I loved your comment about here I am, paying this guy to upstage me.
Yeah, what's wrong with me? No, he'll be doing a couple of songs on his own during the course of the evening.
Okay.
And the audiences just love him to bits.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. And also we've got a nice 1937 Steinway. We keep it tuned, and we'll tune it the day of.
Very cool.
And I think he's going to like it. It's a nice. We're very proud of it. So it's got a good sound to it.
He will love it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's about it. And again, we are very pleased and honored to have you back.
Well, it's an honor to be opening the hall again after some downtime.
Yes, and fundraiser, because in about 2 years we're going to try to raise a substantial amount of money to do a complete interior and updating of the hall. You put in an elevator, central air conditioning, sort of do the first real modernization since 1881. It's time.
Yeah.
It's time. So
Quite a project.
yeah, so this is good. This is really sort of a kickoff to that whole process. So,
Well, I'm honored to be involved in this.
well, thank you. It's good and look forward to seeing you soon. Okay.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Okay. Signing off.
Hey, Tom Rush here. I'm coming to Northeastern, Mass. And it's going to be at Oaks Ames Memorial Hall, a wonderful hall. I'm very much looking forward to it. And I have Matt Nakoa with me. Matt is a monstrously talented young fella. He'll be backing me up, but he'll be doing a couple of songs, 2 or 3 songs on his own during the course of the evening. He steals the show, and I pay him to do it. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, come on by.
The Richard Tucker Memorial Fund is holding their annual Christmas walkthrough on December 1st through December 24th from 4:30 to 8:30, weather permitting. This year, the walkthrough is just over a quarter of a mile of Christmas decorations, hundreds of thousands of lights, dozens of trees, and over 200 blow-ups. The Richard Tucker Memorial Fund was started by the Gold Star mom, Karen Tucker. Her son, Richard, joined the Navy in 1995 and served almost 20 years. During his active time in the service, he was deployed to Iraq twice and Afghanistan twice. He built schools, airstrips, water wells, and other structures. He was within a day of returning when he died. To honor his memory, the family founded the Richard Tucker Memorial Fund Incorporated. They are a nonprofit that helps first responders and veterans. They send care boxes to troops abroad, help financially support our local firefighters and police organizations, and donate support items such as homemade blankets, scarves, hats, and cookies to patients in the VA hospitals and their families staying in the Fisher House in Boston, Mass. Join the Children's Museum in Easton every Friday from 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. for the Stream Ahead. The R is for reading. Incorporating literacy into programming promotes critical thinking and creativity. Join the Children's Museum for story time, followed by an inspiring activity. Stream Ahead is free with admission or with a Children's Museum in Easton membership. On November 24th at 8 a.m., Oliver Ames Cross Country will be having their 28th annual Tiger Turkey Chase at the Richardson Olmsted School. Located at 101 Lothrop Street in North Easton, All proceeds benefit the Oliver Ames cross-country program. ECAT's Wyatt Fain spoke to Kyle Souza and one of the participants to learn more.
Could you describe like the event of the turkey trot?
Absolutely. So the turkey chase is a race that happens on Thanksgiving Day. It's a 5-mile race. We do also do a 2.4-mile walk that we started a few years back. And so it's one of the bigger road races in the area now. It's grown over the years. We kind of average around 1,000 or so participants, and it's really a lot of fun. As you can imagine, a lot of participants come from Easton, so we get a really good chunk of the town to come out and support the event and participate. We also seem to get people from really far away, with it being the holiday. People kind of come into town for the holiday to visit family and decide to start their Thanksgiving with a 5-mile race. So it's a really awesome race. It's a really fun atmosphere, and we have a great time with it every year.
All right, thank you. What are the proceeds used for?
So the Turkey Chase is a fundraiser for the Oliver Ames cross country program, and it's been that really since its inception. And so we have a really large cross country program at OA. We have a lot of great kids. We're a non-cut sport, so our numbers have at times even been up over 100, averaging probably over the years somewhere around 80 or so. And so as you can imagine, with a team that size, a lot of the expenses kind of scale with the team size a little bit. And the Turkey Chase has been a key part in funding so many amazing experiences for our student athletes. We get a chance to travel to some historic local areas like Heartbreak Hill, annual Nantucket trip and such, and all of that is paid for by an amazing boosters organization and fueled by the Tiger Turkey Chase.
Awesome. How did the Turkey Chase get started?
So the Turkey Chase was started 27 years ago, and it began because they were looking for a fundraiser. So a guy by the name of George Harrington was in charge of the boosters at the time, and the team was kind of up and coming and had some really good athletes, but they were looking for a really good fundraiser to pair with it. I think at the time George was they were actually like collecting soda cans and redeeming them for money and trying to raise money for the team that way. And then they kind of hit on the idea, well, what if we tried a road race? And so 27 years ago, they did the first annual Tiger Turkey Chase. And, a little under 100 participants or so, but it went well, made a little bit of money. And then since that time, there's just been this incredible, unbroken effort to always pass this fundraiser down and continue to build it and develop it and grow it over the years. And like I said, over 27 years, it's grown from a little under 100 participants to up over 1,000.
Oh, wow. That's a lot. What's your favorite aspect of like the whole Turkey Chase?
So as a coach in the program, one of the coolest things that I get to see is all of the alumni who come back to support it. So we have at this point, I've been coaching for 15 years now, and we've got these just generations of alumni, plus many that were here long before I was. And Thanksgiving is kind of a holiday. It's about, seeing relatives a lot of times, but it gives us an opportunity to kind of see some of our friends in the community that around the OA cross country program. So I love seeing all the alumni and getting a chance to catch up with all of them.
All right. How long have you been like involved with the Turkey Chase?
So I started as an assistant coach at OA in 2007, and I've been involved with the Turkey Chase pretty much since that time. When I was an assistant coach, I used to sometimes run the race myself, so I've run it several times. But now these days, a lot of my responsibilities have to do with just the managerial stuff and making sure things go well.
All right. Is there anything else, like any like important things that we should know?
I think one of the amazing things about the Turkey Chase is the sponsorship loyalty over the years. We have an amazing set of sponsors that come back year after year after year. You'll see their names on the Turkey Chase T-shirts around town. You'll see their names on the signage at the finishing stretch of the road race. But it really is remarkable how many local businesses have taken the time and obviously the investment to support the race over the years and give back to our school community. And I probably should, I'd love to shout out the Bank of Easton. They've been our title sponsor all along. And it's really amazing that they've continued to support the program so much over the years.
All right. That's actually all the questions I have for you. I knew this was going to be rather quick. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. Good luck with it.
All right, good luck with your race today.
Thank you very much, Wyatt.
The Tiger Turkey Chase is a 5-mile road race that has been managed by the Oliver Ames cross-country team for 28 years. Here we have my mother, Debbie Fain, who's been running the race for 14 years. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Wyatt.
Why did you start running the race?
We moved here in 2008, and I heard about it. I love to run, and I thought it would be a great way to start my holiday.
All right. What is the culture like while running?
Very community-oriented. A lot of folks come, even if they don't have children on the track team. Easton has a large running group. You'll see them all year long, and it's nice just to kind of get together, raise some money for the track team.
Why have you kept coming back every year?
I love starting the holiday like that, getting out and coming here. It's very community-driven, and a lot of folks will be here. It's like joining a large family for a big run.
All right. What's your favorite part of the race?
When they corral us, just before we sing the national anthem, it's just exciting to see everybody get ready, and just wishing everyone happy Thanksgiving.
How does the race affect the community?
It brings us all together and raises money for a beloved sport that so many participate in.
All right. Thanks, Mom. That's all the questions I have for you.
Thank you.
For more info and to register, go to oaxaca.net/tiger-turkey-chase. The Beanery on Washington Street has a giving wall where they encourage the community to assist senior citizens who are isolated and have limited means. The giving wall works by individuals picking out a heart with a gift information for a senior citizen in need, buying the gifts listed on the heart, and bringing them back to the Beanery in an unwrapped gift bag. The deadline for gifts to be in is December 1st. The Oliver Ames High School Field Hockey Boosters meeting will be on December 8th at 6 p.m. in the Athletic Directors Conference Room. This meeting includes voting for new officers for next year. If you are interested in running for office or for voting, please attend the meeting. Distributions for the Easton Food Pantry are at the rear of the Fellowship Church at 604 Foundry Street in South Easton, Mass. on Mondays from 11:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Please see their website for more information at eastonfoodpantry.org. Here at ECAT, we would like to say congratulations to the Oliver Ames boys soccer for winning the D2 state championship. They beat Hopkinton 3-2 last Saturday. We caught up with Coach Barada, players Drew Hall and Casey Milliken after the game.
Oliver Ames just can't give free plays up. They're doing a good job the whole game, working the ball to their favor. They just can't give up opportunities. Oh, couldn't get it! It's a goal! Oh my God, I can't believe it! A high pass and a bicycle kick to put it in, and Oliver Ames is taking the lead. That is it. And Oliver Ames is D2 state champions. The Oliver Ames Tigers boys soccer team is the Division II state champions in 2022. What an amazing season.
5 minutes, we just said give it all. We worked so hard this season to get to this point, right? They wanted it, so we couldn't give it away. At least give it your all to make sure we get to the end. Feeling comfortable, we did all we could. So it was really a great opportunity, and so proud of the boys for stepping up, from the freshmen that helped out all practices, sophomores, the juniors, and our seniors, our 8 seniors. We're gonna miss them terribly, but let me tell you, they leave quite the legacy behind. So
when you're down 2-1 in stoppage time, was there any doubt? How do you put this kind of ending into words?
So, I mean, there's always a little bit of doubt because we should have scored many times prior to, right? I mean, they had 4 chances on us and they scored 2. So that was a challenge for us, right, considering we had a lot of opportunity. So we were worried on the side, like, is it not the luck, right? Usually you want to have some luck too, but we were worried. You know, tournaments, you need luck, you need a lot of things to go your way. But then we just decided to take it into our own hands. The guys are like, we're going to get this. We were never really worried about losing, which is interesting because we only have 4 minutes left. So we switched Hector. We've trained this all year. Well, if we go down, we're going to put Hector up. We did it. He scores a tying goal. And then we also said that we're going to keep pressing, because once the momentum shifts, they're going to get nervous because they were nervous all night. And then, we found a great ball over the top. Casey flips the ball over the goalie. I mean, that's the rest is history, and now we're having a good time.
That was
right?
Hector on the game tying goal.
Correct.
Hit it off at the
yes.
back.
Yeah. Hector scored a game tying goal coming up from the back. which he wanted really bad because he feels that he conceded the second goal by not kicking it out. So I'm really happy for a senior who he's been amazing for us all 4 years. Like, he's been a phenomenal player. It would have been terrible if he felt that he had cost the game. So happy he was able to pull that off and get the win.
And then obviously as the play developed, they were still in shock. Who passed Milliken the ball?
I have no idea.
Nobody seems to know.
No one has a clue, and at the end of the day, no one cares right now. But it was just a great. At that point, we're desperate. I think Jake Williams, to be fair, if you want to know honestly, Jake Williams sent the ball in. Casey got in behind the back line, chipped it up and over. So it was Jake Williams, but I don't want to give him too much credit. So.
And for Casey, right, a quiet tournament by his standards, but the All-American making an All-American play.
I tell people, right? All-Americans do what they do when we need it the most.
Yeah.
You know, and Cardoza, funny, our other All-American came today and gave the speech. We have a really tight family for alums and the crew here. So he came, he was a guest this afternoon, to talk to the boys about the speech. It was funny that the All-American kind of gave the other guys the energy and the desire to want to succeed. And I mean, Casey, he pulled it together, right? He didn't score one goal the first 7 chances, not even an assist. And now he pulls out 2 goals in this game to win it all, which it's not just him, but it's a great effort on his part, for sure.
You talked about it earlier. This is such a young team. You do have Hector, you have Jake Williams as seniors that start, but otherwise it's a bunch of sophomores and juniors.
Yeah.
Is there a bridge between the two timelines? What's kind of the limit for this team? Like, what's this team's potential?
You know, the funny thing is I tell everyone, like, it's 1 year at a time, right? And it's one season, because you never know who's coming back. You never know who's going to be healthy. You never know who's not going to be around. You know what I mean? So for us, I'm not even looking to the future. I'm going to enjoy this as long as we can, and then we'll talk about the future in a week. All right? So we'll get going right next week. So thank you, guys.
So it was mid
15, yeah, it's good. I mean, as you know, I think that they were totally new. Like, these kids were in the stands watching our kids play, right? So none of these kids had that experience. So we have a little bit of fun and a little history. So I bring the ring if we ever play a state championship ring. So all the guys were like, they wanted a ring. So they were really working hard. I think that it's funny, they're really enticed by material things. So, you know, we wanted to get them a ring. But it was great to watch them finish it out, to be honest, because like, it would have been a challenge, because you never know if you get back here, right? And I think this group deserved it. You know what? It's the kids. The kids did it all, right? The kids were the ones who motivated themselves. They wanted to be here. They came in fit. As you can see, we don't go too deep. We have a great team here of the coaches, our athletic trainer, Cassie. She's always want to keep them healthy and tell them to let's get back out there. Our AD's been super supportive. We have our principal's great, and I know they're new, but we're getting to know each other, and like, the community is awesome. So you saw the crowds today. So I think the kids had a lot more than just the coaches to thank. They had all these people to kind of support them and kind of get them going.
I mean, man, I can't even think right now. Thinking about the game. I mean, it went by quick. You know, we went down early. You know, on an unfortunate goal, but you know, we've come from behind before, so it wasn't something we haven't seen. And then it was just, you know, playing as a team from then on out, and then it clicked for us. Put in 3. Yeah, it definitely, you know, helped us being the #1 team, you know, coming in, gave us some confidence and put pressure on us early. But JB gave us, quote, pressure builds diamonds. So we live by that every day of practice, going into every game, that we're going to use the pressure and we're going to use that #1 seed to our advantage. Yeah, I mean, it's been like that all season. We couldn't have done it without the coaches, JB, Rick, Dan, all of them. And it really just, them being there for us every day, them pushing us, and it really paid off. Feels really good, you know, not even just here at school every day, you know, Friday before going into this, and every day before every game, you know, we felt the love from our school. So it makes us feel good going into the game knowing that we have some support from them.
Yeah, so we obviously conceded the first goal in the second half, but we knew we could fight back, and we showed we could fight back. We tied it up. They pulled ahead again with like 4 minutes left, but we never lost hope, and we scored 2 in 4 minutes. So that just really sums up like how much fight we have and how determined we are to work for each other. I mean, first of all, I'd like to say that Hopkinton made it very hard. I mean, they're a great team. They got to the finals for a reason, and they showed that today. But I mean, that's something we worked on the whole year, and we've showed it many games that we can do it, and I think today just really topped it all off and showed that what we're capable of. Absolutely. And we've been together since a young age, like since we were 3 years old, playing in a thing called the Dome. I mean, we've had that chemistry, and we knew it was possible, especially with our senior leadership on and off the field. Oh God, it's crazy. The school. We have a great school. Everyone that goes to our school, the school pride that we show, not just for soccer but for all sports, is really something special, and it doesn't go unnoticed.
Also, we have a key that was found.
Let's go! Thank you for watching. This has been Jack Ryan for Easton News.